Poland, of course, does have reliquaries. And 3 relics. So they're pulling in tourism there. And they're building wonders. But I don't think... There's no way you sneak up on them. Somebody's going to start throwing down theater squares. I would imagine Rome, who's on 9, 10, 11... 10 cities, 11 to come. If he doesn't get to 12, I would like to have seen even more, but he'll have to start... He's actually got an Oracle play coming for denial. It's actually going to be slot order, maybe. John against Sprig. Oh, and Sprig's got slot order. Johnny boy. What happened, man? What happened? Unless he somehow... It looks like he's building it fast, so I don't think he's going to be able to make that one turn, and there's no chop coming. There's definitely no chop coming. Which means he's going to get slot ordered on it. Yeah, he's going to get slot ordered on it. No one's got a chop set up. Khornie's got 8 cities and about to be 10. So he's getting wide, going harbors. He might be making a nuke play by going harbors and setting up something down this way that could potentially get nukes in here. And then I suppose here could potentially get some nukes there, I guess. Really low science right now. He hasn't had much in the way of campus set up, so he's kind of had to stick with just going culture. He's gonna have to get wide and just do regular campuses and get his science otherwise. By the way, science, the city states, we never even took a look at it. If there was a science city state, it's been killed. 4 commercial or 4 cultural still in the game. Kumasi isn't too bad. Kagawana held by Ben is pretty big. Tudubey's got Vilnius. Zanzibar held by John is pretty big, and then Johannesburg is the biggie. And Jiffy's got control of that right now. So Oracle disappointment in next turn. Another settler coming here from Rome. Continuing to get even wider. Wish he'd have put... He could have just... I mean, I guess... Oh, I guess he's putting it in here because he's going to get the extra promotion for an extra 5 production here from Liang. Because this city is kind of hurting for production. So getting some... you know, he can turn these into like 3 tiles or whatever, and that's not too bad. So it works out. And then he can get this tile. He's got a couple mines here. I don't have like 8 workable tiles. You can even get these 2 fishing boats going. You'll have 10 pretty reasonable tiles. We'll have to make sure we're keeping... What he actually needs to do, if I was Ben here, Rage. This is Rage. If I was Rage, I would come up in here and just kind of hold this with like 2 or 3 units, and I would just send all of these Hawatches over here to Poland. Yeah, down goes the encampment. But it's too late. If he comes with... He's only got 1 general, right? Yeah, he's got 1 general for the Hawatches. If he comes with 5 of these right now, you can... I mean, he's going to have Grandmaster Chapel on 6. What's his science? 89. So he can actually defend it with Grandmasters. 135. Yeah, he'll be able to defend it decently well. Where's this tech tree? Printing in 3 versus printing in 4. And he's the one boosting it. Gunpowder. So yeah, he'll end up with printing around the same time. I don't know where his tech tree is as far as what he could defend with, though. He may have done some sort of top tree greed, maybe. No, he did not. So he's actually already got stirrups. So he's actually, with his science, not all that far. He could actually go and grab... he could probably purchase muskets. Or even, he could potentially even pre-build... Yeah, here comes the push. And he's 5 turns from Grandmaster's Chapel. I would be... They don't have the kind of gold they need, though. Gold differential's huge here. By the way, what happened in Congress? Double points towards writers. They gave the points to Khornie, which is big. And they gave the growth to Khornie as well. Khornie's sitting on 7 points. And he's got the big culture, so he'll be able to make a really easy play. He's actually... You can see him actually preparing this city for it. Be interesting to see what he does on Tex. If he goes... Yeah, he's going bottom. But you can see him preparing this city for it. Is get this city as high level of production as he can. Because he'll end up building... Oh, wait, no, his capital can do it. His capital's right on the water. Forget it. What's the city? What's the... I forgot. I was thinking his capital was off the water by a tile for some reason. It's not letting me see the city's stats when I... It's not letting me see it when I hover over. I'm just wondering what the production is in his capital versus this city here. But in either case, the Enlightenment in 4 turns. So he's probably 10 turns, maybe. Oh no, probably like 14 turns, maybe, depending on the boosting. Yeah, Rome's gonna boost him. So he'll probably be like 12 turns, maybe 10. He gets his culture a little bit higher. Get his culture just a little bit higher and he'll be about... yeah, there goes the White House. He'll be about 6-8 turns after that, maybe, until he can start it. Walls are up. That's not going to help him too much, if we're being perfectly honest. He's brought 4 and 3 horses while keeping just enough back here. He's kind of pivoted back in. Ooh, I like the terracotta play too, by the way. Give himself a quick upgrade on. So what he could do... He's going to finish it this turn, eh? I was just going to say, what he could do is delay that long enough to get the first promotion on these. I would like to see him make that delay. Delay terracotta, and it's a little dangerous, but if he comes in here, gets a couple hits, gets the first promotion, then takes terracotta, and gets the second promotion, and has like 4 level 2 Hawatches, say goodnight. Bromsy, thanks for the lurk, bud. Printing in 1, Reformed Church in 3 on Sprig. Three turns. He can faith buy him, but ooh, Drot. Sucurrence is going down. John's having a good sim here on Rome. Excuse me. 13. 13, another settler up here would be 14. Yeah, I mean, 14, 15 city Rome. Plop down theater squares in every city. He's already building amphitheaters and museums in a lot of these cities. It'd be awfully hard to win a culture victory against that kind of defense, especially since he's now going to have to pivot to defending for his life. It really does. Like, what's Mongolia's sim on? 65 and 40. Missing Golden has put them in last place. Well, I guess them and Cyrus are both kind of last place. I mean, the capital still pop 6 and can't get a campus down. Like, at this point, just eat the rice and get the population and throw the campus down. Like, come on. Arabia did not get that wide, actually. 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I think they should have got at least 2 more cities here, and they also could have even gotten 1 or 2 more cities up here. They actually went Penbrush and Voice instead of continuing to expand. And I feel like Arabia 100% has to be the victory condition here. They have to simulate out of their brains and kill people at some point. And they are not in a position to do so on 9 cities, I don't think. These 2 are going to be in rough spots here for defense at some point. Mongolia, Miss Golden is in really hard shape to make a move. Kreese had a pretty good sim. They're up to 9 cities. Byzantium over here on Khornie has gotten really wide. Rage has, of course, had to stay on 4 cities. I would have liked that. I mean, he didn't have a lot of timing, but maybe 1 or 2 more cities. Rage could have. I mean, 102 science on 4 cities is pretty boss. He's keeping himself relevant for long enough for somebody. Probably Khornie's the play. Rome's defending culture. Khornie's going to have to make a play here. Getting harbors all over the place. He's going to have to make the play to do some killing, I suppose. Yeah, he did settle here and buy the 3-2, by the way. Okay, the boys are in and pillaging. Next turn he can buy Winged Hussars. It might be too late for this city, though. It might just be too late for this city. And not an easy defense on this side here. Now, there's nothing coming, so he should be fine. These guys are trying to venture out to take a peek, but Rage has kept enough back that there's no push. As long as he doesn't move these 2. As long as he doesn't get too aggressive with these guys, he's fine right here. He's getting his repairs in. Muskets hold. Yeah, he'll be good. It's right around now that well, it was probably about 30 turns ago, where Tidube is wishing to heck that he had gone with a audience chamber in this game. Because Ancestral Hall not cutting it. Grandmaster's Chapel in 5. 142 science. Getting temples up. 1100 faith, but I don't know where he's going with the faith. I mean, is he going to walk 40 tiles to try and get Kree? Mongolia kind of playing scared. Got some Keshigs up and is just playing defense. Looks like he's going to get a general, pre-building some knights. Got a stables in here. What's his stats right now, by the way? 113.85, out-simming by quite a bit, Omegia. And he'll probably come... Gunpowder in 1. Metal casting and 3 on rage, boosting the tree for the team. He could do some sort of... It's hard to push into Keshigs with Cursors if there's enough Keshigs, though. It might be a bit of a tricky push. He's got a lot of pre-builds going, so he might try to put together some sort of a Cursor push here. Yeah, he sees the Keshigs coming. If anything, I'd like to see him... he's in position to get some Cursors, but I'd like to see him get some pre-builds for field cannons. Metal casting in 2, so he's like, what, 5 away? Yeah, this will get boosted for him, and he'll have that in like 4 or 5. I wouldn't mind seeing some pre-builds for field cannons. Like, maybe like... even like 3 or 4 archers. Or, well, I guess it'd be crossbows now. Put feudal contract in, get like 3 or 4 archers out really quickly, and then he'll be ready to do... He'll have like cuirassiers with field cannons in behind, and he'll just spray down those Keshigs and then counterattack. Hey, Addicted, how you doing? I'm good. I'm doing okay. My dog's at my mom's right now for the weekend. I'll be going over there Sunday for a barbecue. I hear the purchasing of stuff happening. Or is it the upgrading of stuff? Oh yeah, we forgot about this, by the way. The horse is flanked around, but they're going to get shredded. That's not doing much, obviously. One horse, so they bought one winged hussar here for 60 strength. Yeah, so the horses got vanished. The winged hussar stepped out to finish the other horse, which means they're not going to have a unit to take the city. But the Hawashas go pretty burr. I mean, yeah. Is that Abu? Yeah. So he's got a heal in there. Yeah, like this winged hussar just dies next turn, and I think Rage will probably have first moves on him. And he just dies. He's bringing another one in. He's just going to need to get a unit. Like, maybe get a... maybe, like, pop a cuirassier or something out real quick and just run it up there so he can take the city before he can continue to reinforce. You want to get this city turned over before he's got 3 or 4 winged hussars going. You know, he's already got 2 here. He's building them. He's got 180 faith and 164 turns, so he's not going to be able to buy him that fast. Bank holiday in the UK, enjoying your YouTube videos. Old ones. I'm on Peter One City Science Challenge, leading learning mode loads. Nice. Yeah, that was a great run. One City Science with Peter that was a great run. I should try some more One City Challengers, to be honest with you. More theater squares. Making a Forbidden City play. More theater squares, though, like I said, is important. Museum, another theater square there. Get those down. Start defending the culture victory. Obviously, Sprig's in a position now where he can't be pushing on it anyway, so they should be pretty secure there. He's pushed out a little bit with the knights. He does have a general. He can spank those caches quick. There's not a lot of caches, so he might actually be able to do some damage here if he's quick. He's actually getting a settler. Maybe he's going to forward settle in timing for... he's probably be 3 turns on Cursors. He's getting a settler out. Maybe he can... It's going to be a little late for timing, though. More pre-builds. Lots more pre-builds. Armory's coming in. He's chopping out the settler. Okay, so get that going as quick as you can for the ballistics timing. He'll be like probably... Oh, actually, he's gonna feel. He's not gonna get it boosted by rage, so maybe he's gonna tech it himself. So the timing could be decent on the settler. Okay, he's backing off here, I think. Yeah, he's backing off here to shred some units. I think he's seeing the faith purchasing, and he's probably just like, let's not worry about it. Standing around here for another 4 or 5 turns waiting on a unit to come is probably his concern. You can see him getting pikemen up. That's going to be a row of pikemen. And he has pike and shot tech. Or no, maybe delayed. That's probably what he did. He probably delayed pike and shot tech. Yeah, he did. He's delayed pike and shot tech by 1. And he's come down here in order to allow him to get some pre-builds out. He'll try and get like 6 or 8 pikemen. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll get like 6 or 8 pikemen, turn them into pike and shots. Pike and shots with the row of Hawatches behind it is death knell for the Hussars, I think. Be pretty tough to push. Just joining back in, read them. Not a whole lot. This is kind of just, I mean, you're looking at most of what we've seen so far. Mongolia lost a city here because they didn't secure it properly with the horses. Krieg getting a settler out, probably going to do something non-fresh here to do a cuirassier upgrade on ballistics in 5 turns. Getting their stats up, continuing to sim. Khornie's gotten extra wide now. Sorry, down here. Khornie's gotten extra wide, getting more builders out, kind of upgrading, building a lot of harbors. Just getting trade routes up to make gold. His science is still struggling, but he is getting boosted through the trees, so he's actually not that far behind. I'm really curious to see what the play is coming from... it's Grandmasters in 2, but I don't know where Arabia thinks they're going. I don't see any encampments, so there's no engineers to make a road, so there's not going to be any quick attacks. Probably a bad idea to try and push Hawatches with 2 winged hussars, because they're just going to get melted. I wanted to see the trade. Korea got this. Kree got the trade route merchant, right? Yeah, he got the other trade route merchant as well. I saw him projecting for it. Hypatia did eventually go to Korea. I think they auto recruited. And then Rome got the other trade route capacity. Ziffy got the science from Faith Adjacency. We'll check out how good that one is. Writer's starting to go to Rome. It's time to make a play for Newton. Mongolia can be in position to help in Arabia. Korea and Kree need to start projecting if they want to get in position for Newton. Probably wouldn't mind seeing it on Kree, so we'll see what happens there. Where's his best holy site? Oh, there it is there. He put it there for 10. I thought this one was going to be better. Oh, he took this down. This was his best holy site. It would have worked there as well. So 10 extra science there works. Addicted, have a good one, buddy. Hey, 2B, what's up? As Death, nice game. Looks pretty over. Well, I mean, it's just going to depend on what Barking Gang does here. It's going to be all in Ziffy's hands, I think. The culture victory dreams for Poland are over. They're in full fighting mode. Rage has done a good job up here of putting himself in position. See the moves. Okay. So trying to do some trades here with the... Yeah, so he lost a couple of Hawatches, but he got some pretty good trades in, honestly. He's going to end up losing this unit as well, so... Yeah, he's done some really good trades there. And he's got more units coming. He did go ahead and grab pike and shots. Once he got 5... Oh no, he actually got 4. He actually switched this one over. So he just wanted to get a couple more pikemen out, I think, before pike and shot upgrades. The team's making a shit ton of gold, by the way. These guys are making 125. These guys are making 600 almost. 550. The trade routes through these cities. Reina's already set up here. I don't know. I feel like Khornie needed to move Reina here. I understand, like, I think he wanted to put Liang here for a little bit extra production on the floodplains, but most of these have districts on them there now. And I don't really see the point of having Liang there over Reina, who could be just sucking up a shit ton of gold from all these trade routes. I don't know why. Maybe it's just an oversight. I'll have to ask him. Yeah, props to Korea. Rage has done a good job of just holding this tight. Obviously, Korea has a ton of early tempo that they can get, right? They can get up and running so fast. And with their early districts means they're going to have really high science from the Saewons, and then they're just going to go Pen Brush. The Pen Brush gets them a ton of culture right out of the gate because they've already got so many districts built. And so the tempo is just really, really good on them early. And he did a good job of getting his cities down and getting his stats up. And even on 4 cities, he had pretty good Hawacha timing. And then making the pivot into pikemen and pike and shots to defend his sires and whatever might be coming from here. He's going to need some sort of get help, though. Like 104 science... Actually, nobody's really simming hard. Like, he's staying well ahead of Tudube. And Sprig kind of was making a play, building a shit ton of wonders, trying to make some sort of play on a culture victory with the reliquaries, which was never going to happen. And it's cost him in terms of his district choices for simming, because he's still being out-simmed, right? Like, he's on 4 cities. Poland's on 9. And Cyrus is on 6, and both of them are being out-simmed by Rage, because they just bad decision making a little bit. I think Ancestral Hall was a really big mistake here. That should have been audience set up all day long, being on the front line with Korea, and finally getting the campus down. But it took him forever to get to Pop 7 and get a campus down here. He went commercial hubs first, which was fine. But by going Ancestral Hall, it kept his populations down, and he's just now building +3 campuses. It's turned 70. He should be getting his universities built and finished, not getting the campuses up. Now he's got an 8-turn intelligence agency because this city's not even running properly. Like, he just needed a little bit more tempo on his sim. By the way, little catapult action here. Universities from Khornie, he needs to get his science up, so that's the play there. He's got a ton of trade routes, and he is making the play on statue, by the way. That would get him to 11, I think. That'll get him to 11. He could make a play on... This is a productive city here. He could make a play on potato as well if he wanted to. This city's got 27 production. Potato Palace would do pretty good in there. What's the production in the capital? 30, only 35, yeah. That's why it's taking so long on statue. Could he ever faith by a engineer? Not right now. There's not one available. What's his faith? Yeah, because he did go double pen brush. 238 faith on 50 a turn. What's he been spending his faith on? He must be just picking up the occasional engineer or scientist. I don't know what he's doing. I haven't seen him using much faith. Oh, he does have Grandmaster, so maybe he's spot some units. I mean, is he just sitting there ready to turn this into an artillery, maybe, and then go balloon? I mean, he's miles from balloons on his science. I don't know. Just a no-brainer from a spectator not used to online Civ. Border colors should be based on team. I mean, you're the first person that's ever... Catfisher, I think you're the first person that's said that before, but it's actually an interesting thought. The only thing is if you do the borders based on team, then it's hard to see, like from this perspective, right? If this was, like, right now, these four here are all on the same team, right? These four in the middle. And then these guys and these guys are all on the same team. So if these were all the same color, then you wouldn't be able to decipher whose land is what in some cases. And in that case, it would become a little bit different. Because you wouldn't know, like, because every city's got different, or every civ's got different bonuses. It'd be hard. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, if you're not used to it, I suppose. But I think for the most part, people will be like, okay, this is Crete, this is Rome, this is Byzantium. Like, you can kind of tell based off the colors who's what. And you start to get an idea. But yeah, for maybe somebody who's a little bit new, I guess I could see what you're saying. Encampments in every city. He's going to start to pump units. 123 science. He is starting to get ahead a little bit, but not enough. Jumping back to sailing. Okay. Ballistics and 1 on rage. Oh, by the way, we had the settler that we talked about. Okay. You gotta be a little bit careful. He did back out to get Cuirassier Corps online, so he does have the nationalism that you need, of course, for that. And Cuirassier Corps will take a bite out of all of these units, to say the least. Interesting though, like I thought he was going to settle, like, keep the knights in play, and then settle the city and upgrade. He moved the Cuirassiers back, and now the settler is going to be delayed a little bit because he gave up this positioning with his knights. But I guess maybe he was a little worried about getting shredded, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you could potentially do that, like have the border, one of the border colors be all part of one team. I don't know if you can get into the files and make an adjustment for that anyway, and it's certainly not in Fireaxis's general thought process, probably, to make big adjustments to how multiplayer is set up. 97 science is pretty good. He's obviously been way behind on culture. He's just getting Diplo service now, which is pretty bad. But 2 turns ballistics means he'll be able to defend this pretty well. Particularly if he gets a general. He just won't have cores, which will be a pretty big disadvantage, but he is Mongolia, so Just trying to look at the Sims here. Rome 135, 212. Madrasa's going down. I just don't know what the play is. Still getting science up. We got an armory coming here now, so maybe we get an engineer and start to see roads. But we're going to need to see a timing at some point. 6 turns on the era. Spriggs got golden locked up already. Omega is still 6 points off despite being in a normal age. They took free ink, so every time you finish a trade route. Oh no, sorry, that's sorry, free ink is finishing a I didn't think you could do that. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you could do free ink in the first 2. Yeah, it's weird to miss. It's weird to get it's weird to get first and miss second, I guess is why it seems weird. So he needs to build some libraries or something. Okay, there's a library. That'll be Samira's score, but he has 5 turns and needs 5 points. He'll need to get something done here or he'll be in sad shape. I guess he's probably getting a lot just when people give him boosts though too. Cuz he's getting Eureka's from his teammates boosting the tech trees as well probably. Although he's done ballistics. I don't know. That's interesting. Other than that, though, not a lot. Like, probably Dark Ages for most. Unless somebody has a really big play, they're probably looking at a lot of Dark Ages. They did it for Overwatch and Online Civ next esport. I wouldn't say that. Buddhism making its way downtown. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at our religions. Stupas and itinerant preachers. Itinerant preachers goes well with tithe in order to get this religion spread for more gold. I like that. Stupas for amenities is always a really good idea. The Dari Moors is a nice little boost to your culture, obviously, on Arabia. It's not bad, I guess, in scripture. Yeah, not bad. Scripture's fine. And then here, Sacred Places finish them off, which works pretty well for him because he got wonders in like what 4 cities, I think. So that's pretty good overall. Not a bad way to finish it off. Things have settled down here. Not enough units to make a push, and pushing into pike and shot cores with Hawacha cores sitting behind them is never a good idea. The Winged Hussars would not fare well there. Where is he on tech? Enlightenment in 3. So he's actually, could you imagine? 108 culture. So he's actually well behind on getting nationalism. Wow. Yeah, those Winged Hussars get melted by the pike and shot corps. Look at that. Like actual melt. See you at artillery to get through that. Armory next turn. What's our boy Khornie doing? 10 turns on Statue of Liberty. Getting some campuses and universities going. Trying to get his stats up. University up there. Monument. Some builders to get some tempo. He definitely needs some improvements in here. Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if this builder is just going to probably head over here and help the city get up and running better. Yeah, and these builders can come down here. You got to get to work on getting this cities moving a bit. Arabian warrior sitting there. He does have a Tagma out. Oh, actually, Sprig. I was going to say, I was a little bit surprised to see that Sprig had made his golden, but he actually hasn't. He's still Pagoda going down. He's actually still 10 points away. He just actually rolled over to it. That's why it looked like he had it. Omega needs 3 points in 4 turns. Any libraries? It's getting encampment projects going. Getting some pre-builds going. The push is coming. But he will have the tech. He already has ballistics done. He's not going to have cores, though, but... Yeah, that's what right now it 100% comes down to what can Arabia do. This is all about Arabia, because Sprig over here on Poland is just, I mean, trying to get their science up so they can put together some sort of a tank push to help here. If they could ever get a push to help here, although 152 science on rage, did he get? No, Newton went to. Okay, so he must have in rage. Must have in whatchamacallit for that kind of science. The rationalism card. No, he doesn't. I stand corrected. Just as I mean, 4 cities. I mean, he got his universities up, but I'm surprised by that. No science city states. 4 cities, 150. Oh, he's got another one up here. Okay, he got another city up here. This is actually going to be a potentially plus 5. And then obviously a 10 when you put the card on, so currently a 6. Another builder gets the job done there. Interesting. Okay. Getting a harbor up, trying to get another trade route going. I think I don't know. More settlers from Khornie. Just I guess I don't know what he's doing. Is he just getting like turn 73 still building settlers? I mean I don't know, is he just gonna try and get more trade routes up? I mean occasionally building some units here. Getting some units back in here, worried about a push here because he sees this and this. He's essentially pulled off this line. This is full defense now. I'm hearing some upgrade sounds. Yeah. So field cannons and cuirassiers as expected. They don't have a lot of money, so that's probably tapped them out pretty good. Well, not too bad. Look at the gold they're making here, though. Like, come on. 800 gold a turn almost. Just swimming in the cash. Off to work. Moondoggy, it's good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the lurk. Goal difference is massive. It's gonna be a deciding factor in the game, maybe. He is getting this aggressive forward settle in here. Nice to have this because, you know, as he gets the tanks, he'll be able to just get the tanks fast, right? 153 science to 102. Rome's going industrialization here. Military science, so definitely it's going to be a race to tanks, and Kree was going to win it. I like seeing Rome go industrialization here for sure, though. Hyper production into getting some late wonders and building tons of theater squares. How many cities did he end up on? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's not bad. I said I'd be sad if he didn't get to 16, but I'll let him get away with that. I'll let him get away with 14, I suppose. Kilwa. What's the city-state control looking like? Just the one, but it's more gold. It's more gold, plus it's the amenities as well. Who else is controlling what? Rage is still controlling Vilnius. Khornie is controlling Nam Madal. That's actually giving him a lot of culture, too. When you consider how many districts he has on the coast. Like even here, right? All his harbors. He's got a harbor in practically every city. In fact, he might actually have a harbor in every single city. And then, yeah, the occasional district. Yeah, districts here. Extra culture. Yep. That's a lot of culture. What's his culture intake now? 213. That's a big sim there. It's all about Ziffy. 233 science. Rifling in 2. I want to take a look. Did he ever do any top tree at all? Because if he's only rifling in 2, he's actually lost the race to rifling to Ben? With that much science? He's had pretty high science all game, and of course it's escalated quite a bit more because of Newton. But turn 75. Let's risk it for the biscuit. He's done no top tree. I guess he just must have been like storming ahead on his own. Rifling into refining. Ben's going to get astrology. Yeah, I mean, at this point, they need, like, this is why I didn't like their choice on second. I think they needed to get wider. I think that they shouldn't have gone coral second golden. I think that they should have gone. By the way, one more turn. We'll find out. Golden is in for Amegia. Everybody else is gonna miss, I think. Yeah. Khornie's gonna secure Dark Age, looks like, and as will Rome, which is nice for them. But yeah, Ziffy went second coral, right? They went coral during the Renaissance. During medieval. We're going into Renaissance. So I don't like it because, I mean, look at, how do you leave this unsettled? How do you leave this unsettled, guys? And neither one of them ever put a city on Zhangyi. Like, how do you not settle here and then settle the sugar? Settle the sugar, settle here, and then settle here. And then even non-fresh, for that matter. Like, they could have gotten at least like 4 more cities in here. And there's campuses options in all of them. And that's just 4 more cities, and then you get to 350 science instead of 250 science, and then you can make a nuke play. But right now, you're not ahead enough on science because you're really just boosting you're boosting your entire team because nobody else on your team is helping you. Whereas these guys here are able to kind of trade back and forth, and you know, like Rage has essentially was doing a lot of the early boosting, but they'd be trading back and forth like, oh, okay, I'm going to boost this, you boost that, and then, you know, they would be able to kind of help each other out. And as a result, literally, Ben has refining in 4, and did he just get, oh shit, turn 76. Let's be careful. Oh, he doubled back. He doubled back, didn't he? He doubled back for something. I don't know what he did, but yeah, he's basically tied. These two are basically tied. Despite the science difference that he's had, his science has just fallen a bit. He must have got cards reset or something. Like, just being tied in science when you need to be the winning condition. Like, he needs to have a play, and he's not getting it. Oh. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. So, is our boy Khornie going to make a play? 5 turns, Statue of Liberty. We'll get him to 11. What's the situation on Diplo favor? It's really close. As long as they split. These guys need to split. They have 20 seconds to get splits in, or they're going to lose. 180. Wait, what's the high number? Because these guys need to be 180, don't they? Oh no, wait, no, they're fine. They're fine now. I think they got. Yeah, they're actually fine. They did a split. Nice, they got it done. 200. They got these guys. Yeah, they're good. So they win Congress. Oh wow, trade routes. Okay, so it's going to be about canceling. So I go A anyway. So that'll be against them. So that's fine. And then here it makes very little difference. But I guess there's no science, so I'll go science to make it easy. So they can cancel trade routes, which, or the thing is they have to go on trade routes here because they can't afford to be canceled. Or can they? Maybe they don't worry about being canceled and they go for the Diplo points. Maybe they don't want to rely on a Diplo victory. If they ever canceled Genghis Khan, it'd be ball game. But maybe they are making a Diplo play here. Maybe that was their goal, is to make the play on the diplomatic victory. Yeah, Poland. I mean, Poland's played okay, but the problem with what Poland did is they had a good start, and then they made a pivot into building a bunch of wonders, and some of the wonders I felt like were a waste. Like I don't think it was, as early as they went for it, I don't think it was worth Adamanaki for what resulted in like 3 or 4 tiles. I mean, it's okay. It's helping them out enough. But I don't think it was worth it considering where he was at the time. But yeah, he built a ton of wonders trying to make some sort of a tourism play. And it's hard to make a tourism play on on Highlands when you know that Rome is free sim. And it was just never going to work. And then ultimately he had to fend off a Korea push. And if he had just gone like, I mean, he's what at 11 cities now. If he'd have just gone to 11 or 12 cities, actually, much faster, and just gone like campuses really early on a lot of cities, I think he could have, had a higher science earlier and potentially been in a position to pressure Rage a bit more before he actually got to the point where he could defend it. Like, he never even considered the idea of the Hussar push. They took the extra point. I mean, that's interesting that they did that. Why did they do that? Everybody always cancels. Why did they go the other way? And they gave to Khornie. Yeah, I don't know, Noob. Like, they were expecting to get canceled, but I mean, did they make a calculated decision to tie exactly? Server disaster. How's my day been? I mean, oh shoot, I'll be right back. I mean, I've had better days. It's been a rough 24 hours, to be honest with you. My vote ended up being a decider, but I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they decided to, like, they would figure I would vote A, so they decided to do that in order to take advantage of my vote. I mean, honestly, I don't know. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. Like, look at the gold they're making. I don't understand why they did that, though. I guess, I mean, I guess they just said, let's just make more gold. Maybe they felt like there wasn't anybody worth with it. There wasn't anybody worth canceling. He said it was equal votes, and that's why they did it. Oh, because they knew I would go A, and they didn't want to leave. They didn't want to leave it as a coin flip as to who got canceled. If they both went cancel, it would have been like, who gets it? Maybe host gets it. Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah. Wow, he really brought this forward. He's gonna lose this. Well, I guess he got the governor in there, but 17 turns. Because the problem is he is normal age versus golden here, so this city's flipping a little bit. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Iclethian. Good to see you. Noob, were you not playing today? Were you not in the game today? Or is it over? This works out really well for them because Barking Gang doesn't get as much. Oh, yeah, and you won. Nice. Big W. Sweet. Good job. We won. You guys won already. Look at you guys go. But this works out really well for them because Barking Gang doesn't get as much favor back now. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. That's a lot of pre-builds. This is a very confident considering your team's making, well, the team's making decent gold, I guess. Where's this tech tree at? Refining in one, so Ben's gonna have tanks at the same time as Saladin for the most part. Everybody's kind of top tree greeting right now. Rome's little great library play. Ooh, you played Hungary, noob. Nice. The big dub. So did you play like a Jack Hungary where you went commercials first, or you do a lot of city state control? Bottom. I mean, the advantage still feels like it's on Car's side because I don't know what the play is on the other side here. Oh, Saladin's getting in some pillaging. I think I just heard the sound of a pillage and their gold went up. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is though, to be honest with you. I mean, how late is this city coming in? And like I said, like going Penbrush second when they that amazing faith per turn and could have gone with some amazing settles down here. Like this could have been a 6 city. Like how does Zhang Yi go unsettled? And then all of this could have got settled and then just scale and have 350 or 400 science instead of 250. Ah. Yeah, he's got some pretty good holy sites here. He's got a 12 there. He actually put the, where did he put it? Sorry, here. Here, 10, and he got the science out of it. But he could have thrown down a 2, 4, 6. I guess it would have been a 7. And he actually has Sacred Path, so would have been a 9 if he put it there. Because he has Sacred Path. Assuming that he didn't chop those out, which I guess you probably could lumber mill him up to keep him a 9. Because that would have been an 18, and then it could have been 18 science instead of 10. Khornie's got his science up to $185 now. He's pivoted and built a lot of universities, and out of nowhere, he's actually got pretty big science. The whole team's simming really well. I just don't know how much longer they're gonna go on. I don't know what their play is. I don't know. Seized Chinguete from nearby Mali and used it against him to raise cities. Ooh. So they got Mali and you went and griefed him with Chinguete. That's some irony right there. Griefing Mali with Chinguete. Guess what Tordred did? I want to know. Tell me what Tordred did. What'd you do, Tordred? No, I'm good. I think. Yeah. Existed. Did you guys win by culture victory, or they CC'd to culture victory? Who did you play? Oh, he's about to have this up to 6 mines, by the way. This is about to be a 10. He spawned on his own island as Colombia and just free simmed. He played against Iran and a bunch of other dogs. The core guitar boys would roll everything, yeah. No doubt about it. Guitar boys go wow wow. I don't know. This is what happens on Highlands, guys. I just scroll around the map waiting for tanks and artilleries to show up. Flight in 3 on John Civ. Steel next turn for Rage will boost for Ben, who is apparently on Astrology. That's the second time we've seen him on Astrology. Just for gold, he has Zanzibar. That's all he had for it. He also has Kagawana now. Actually, he didn't have Kagawana when he built it, but he has Kagawana as well. But it's only in the one city he's taking advantage. Where did it go? It was down here on the coast. Yeah, right here. So this city here, got it. So nothing special. But that's not the best play he made though. Not really any real kill wall bonus. No, the best play he made though, as far as wonders are concerned, is over here. This is the beauty right here. This is the ball game right here, cause this is what he's getting out of it. He built Kilwa so he could have this. Actually, I lied. He's actually got 3 tiles. My bad. Oh, he's got to go. Oh my god, it was an amazing actually, or not Kilwa, sorry. Yui. He's got little lake tiles everywhere. Why would you not buy it? Am I right? So he's got the population up here in order to keep that from flipping. He's getting an engineer out so he can do some flanking. And there's nothing at this point that Mongolia can do but wait for the tanks. He's rifling in 1. His science is 106. He's just going to be super slow to it. The rest of the team, everybody here is just... This is actually a really good sim. Considering there's not a single science city-state, people have got some good science at turn 81. It's basically been free sim for days, though, right? Like, other than Rage, who's had to kind of hold this front against early push from Persia, and then, you know, kind of just... This has kind of been just kind of a war zone. He's held this well, but other than that, it's literally just this whole box has been free sim alley for the cars, and then it's been basically free sim alley for everybody else on the other side. So yeah, Rage is super tall. Yeah, he was on 3 cities for a long time. He got to 100 science on 3 cities, and then he got a 4th city, and then recently got a 5th city up. And yeah, pretty nice city. Yeah, I like it. 5 or 6 city Korea works perfectly fine. Like he's literally like you've got 12 cities over here on Poland, and he's what tied with him in stats or so. Poland's got more culture. Actually, he's killing him in science now. So he's behind on the culture, but way ahead on the science. Like I think, yeah, refining and refining. So yeah, they're basically tied on where they are in the tree. Getting some pre-builds for the tanks. Yeah, I think this probably, yeah, just dies at tanks here. Yeah, he's got the highest science. Well, just barely, but he does. Actually, he's almost got more than Free Sim Arabia down here. Who honestly, I mean, he's getting encampments everywhere, but I just combustion in 3. They're basically been tied. Ziffy and Ben have basically been tied on the race to tanks, but they're so far away from each other. Like, I honestly don't know where the play is. He doesn't have pre-builds coming. He's still building commercial hubs down here. Every time I look down here and see this land. Like, he has Feed the World, guys. He has Feed the World and could have settled these on, like, turn 50. And just made disgusting cities. And I'm just like... Pen Brush Renaissance made me sad. Got caught up in infrastructure during the mass expansion. Well, because I mean, he had really good faith generation. He could have just bought 3 or 4 settlers from this. Like, if he'd have gone back to monumentality instead of Pen Brush, and just bought 4 settlers and just settled these, he could have stuck to infrastructure and just bought 4 settlers and went bang bang bang, and then bought builders in all of them and just accelerated. Here comes some pre-builds. He's using his faith. Yeah, he's getting some pre-builds going. So I guess they're going to try to get a 2v1 going in here. Refining in 1, combustion in 3. So, and then Cyrus is just... Yeah, T-Dubé is just having a game. He's going to get his universities. He's going to have 6 universities coming online very soon. But mid-80s is a tough time to be getting your universities. He's just going to be behind the 8 ball here. Nobody on Barking Gang's Gone Plains. I think John actually has them. I'm pretty sure. I can't check now. It's after turn 80. I'm not taking a chance. But Rome was on Plains last I checked. I don't see any aerodromes down, but actually doing a holy site prayer here. So he's getting holy site up and getting a religion in order to give an extra taxis on an extra +2 taxi for Khornie. And keep in mind, which religion's in here? It's Catholicism. Okay. I'm wondering, how did it get Catholicism here but not here yet? That's weird. But look at the money, by the way. Very interesting decision for those of you tuning in. Thanks for being here, by the way. Khornie got first profit and first pick of religion, and he went choral music tithe and just said, I don't care about crusade, basically. And he went full free sim and just went to town on it, and then he finished off with stupid and terror preachers. And then it was Feed the World Pilgrimage on Arabia and Reliquaries with the Crusade Deny from Poland, and then eventually went and got Pagodas and Sacred Places. But yeah, just a really bizarre choice. I don't know why he did it. I guess he just figured he's free sim, and by the time he gets to tanks and pushes somebody, he doesn't care that much about it. I don't know. But he just wanted the gold, and the team had more than enough gold this game that he could have went ahead and gotten it. I don't know. I'm curious to what his decision was. Oh, did he have... Oh, yeah. So maybe he went up here to switch this. Because what I was going to say is that when I got into that conversation was... Or diatribe, if you will. It's actually Poland who ended up with Crusade. So maybe that was the play, is he's bringing up his religion to convert these cities so that it won't flip to Crusade so easily. Is probably what he's doing here. And actually, they're both doing it. That's what he's doing. He's bringing this prophet up here to convert this city. That's what he's doing. He's going to convert this city here, and then he'll get an apostle over here as well. Yeah, here's the apostle. He'll get an apostle over here to this city, and that'll be another 2. So that'll be 4 taxis. So plus 6 total on his taxis. I don't know if Kree's doing it, but yeah, they've each went and got a religion. Oh no, they couldn't, because that would be the end of the prophets. There's only one left, right? Yeah, this would be the last one, and he's projecting to finish it off in here. He's buying pre-builds so that he can upgrade him with gold. So he's building this army so that he can turn these into tanks, artillery, and well, he's bringing a field cannon along as well. But yeah, these will all be turned into tanks and artillery. I know, noob. Religious idols on Rome. He had this in his first expand. His first expand was a 3-1 base with 3-2 banana and a couple of Pog diamond tiles, and not to mention the horses. That was his first expand. He started on this tile with his warrior. His warrior stepped to here, saw the cattle settle, and he stepped up here for the 2-2 base and had a really nice spawn. And then his first expand was boom boom, 3 food base with the 3-2, the diamonds, and the horse, and went with religious idols for the early gold. I think he was like the last one, I think, to get a Pantheon. He just didn't have a whole lot of choice. He said the hell with it. Little religious idols, little Molly role play maybe. So gonna be interesting. Gonna need a lot of units over here. Will Rage. He's gonna need a lot of units. He's getting a lot of pre-builds. They're gonna have a ton of gold, but he's gonna have to hold up here against a pretty big push. Going to be very interesting. Combustion in 2, combustion next turn. He got some final pre-builds purchased with Faith, and then he'll where's his, by the way, Scorched Earth? Where is he? Wow, he's only got 109 culture. Wow. Ooh. Johannesburg. Who's holding Johannesburg now? Ben grabbed Johannesburg. Big Ben. Okay, so there's oh wait, he didn't finish it yet. He's got to do another prayer. So he's just waiting around to convert the city. And then Yeah, this guy's got to get all the way up here. Because he's founded Confucianism. Zen and Defender. Okay, here's the they don't make a ton of gold, but he's actually going negative right now. He's spending what they got. Omega's got to keep some of his because he's going to need some tanks of his own because Ben... I'm pretty sure Ben was on the same one-turn combustion unless he turned off of it. So he should have some upgrades coming himself. Should be a tank push coming. And so he's going to need to be able to defend with tanks. How long is he on tanks, by the way? Refining in 1. So he's actually still a ways from tanks himself. Where did his engineer go? Oh, it's here. He had an engineer doing this. Did he lose the... Oh, the engineers came back here because he wants a road to both. He wants a road here, and then he wants a road. Maybe he's going to step around this way. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it might have been... I mean, he did most of the upgrades, right? He's missing out on 1. But yeah, the golds are now gone, basically. And the yields across the board, like he can get a little maintenance. They're making enough to a little bit, but yeah, not a lot. I don't know what's with the settlers. I mean, he made the poor choice of going Ancestral Hall, so he's getting them for cheap. I don't know what he's making them for. Lots of military stuff going on in here. Oh. Free cure, sir. Free pre-build. Let's go. What's his faith return, by the way? 194. So he's going to be able to... He's doing some pre-building, but he's going to be able to buy some as well. Yeah, he doesn't want to be around for the war, so he's like, I'm getting the heck out of here, guys. By the way, combustion and 3 on rage. No, he must have finished it. Mobilization in 3 means he can army up here soon, which is pretty big. Ideology on John, he's going to be at Tier 3 government. Hussars got are 60 strength now. They got buffed by being switched to the... well, they got buffed by getting an increase in strength, but they got moved. They're now in Reformed Church. They're pretty strong, but he didn't go for a Hussar push. He started off with a culture victory idea and then had to pivot. And by the time he actually got them up, it wasn't really anything. Yeah, he had finished combustion, I was going to say. And of course, the team's got plenty of money, so no problem there. Yeah, they were 4 higher than the typical Cuirassier, and then they buffed him. Did they already know? I don't know. Yeah, there's a spy here. I can't click on Vision, but there is a spy here in this commercial hub. So they would have seen all the they would have seen the units coming up through here. So they would have known this was coming, and then he would have heard the sound as well. Yeah, it's not even going to be a surprise. He's gonna have plenty of tanks on defense, and even like you can even leave these pike and shot cores in position. Like even like look at that. That's only with a little bit of support bonus as well. He's essentially an even shot against the pike and shot course. So he can leave those guys up in front and then pivot with the flanking tanks or something. He's got the Hawatches. He could actually get some damage in as well. Like he got all kinds of plays here to hold this choke. I got a couple questions. I'm curious about not going Tithe instead of Crusade. I guess it was a simming choice, but I'm also very curious as to why he didn't move Reyna. I guess he might have a trade route or two going through here now, but before this road didn't exist for the longest time, and Reyna here would have made a ridiculous amount of money. Because every trade route from Kree, and like look at these trade routes, like it's a beautiful setup with Reyna and Reyna. If it would have been here, I don't know why he didn't do that. Back when he did it, he could have made that choice, and he didn't make it. I just don't know. It's got steel in one. I don't know. I think that probably John going to flight and I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know how this game ends. Barking Gang still thinks they got a dog in the fight. Sorry the pun. We're about to see a battle here. I'm gonna go get a Gatorade. I'm really thirsty at the moment. Hey, Hogue. I mean, yeah, nukes. It feels like cars can put together more pushes early. So they might be able to make a difference in the game. Like this is going to be a push here, and it's still, what's his science? 118. He's still at least 7 or 8 turns from tanks, so I don't know how he holds this off. This is probably the deciding point. Honestly, I think that Mongolia folds here, and I think that Arabia is going to need to start faith buying tanks and artillery just to do something here. Yeah, he's going to have steel in 2, but he is a long ways from tanks. And Ben's coming up from both sides with a dozen tanks, and it's just going to, I mean, he's just going to tickle with these. Like, it's just, he's just going to start losing cities so fast. Now, he doesn't currently have much artillery. He's got 1 here. So, not bringing a lot of artillery. He's got some coming from back here as well. So, he'll come in and kill units with tanks, and then he'll need the artillery. to pull down the walls. But I just don't see Mongolia's play here. Like, they just needed universities. Like, their science has just been garbage. Why do they never build the universities? They have campuses in every city. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good, but it doesn't matter. They don't have to be good. Just build universities, and your science would be 160, and you'd already have tanks. The tree got boosted for you. Like, I don't know what... Like, he just was... I don't know. Oh.
Though its face may
there you go.
Throughout the ages.
I think that they realized Mongolia was about to die a horrible death, and they didn't have a push anywhere.
By your actions this day, you ensure our people a glorious